Hello, Internet, and welcome to Neon Souls. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, whatever time it might be, wherever you are. I'm Sean. I'm the MC for this game. We're playing the Sprawl. If this is your first time joining us on GTK, welcome. We do lots of streams like this throughout the week. You saw our intro video, lots of things that we do pretty much every day, except for like Monday and Wednesdays. Those are our days off. You can check out our full schedule below. Next stream after this one is going to be tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday. That is Saturday Night's Apocalypse. I also run that, so if you enjoy what you see here today, come back and join us for that. Before we get started, I'm gonna let these fools introduce themselves, tell you a little bit of what they've got going on, and who they're playing. Starting with GB.
Graybeard of Graybeard's Tavern, and look at my schedule to catch me later in the week and stuff, including back here over at Indoor Adventures and over at Encounter RP and my own channel on Sunday mornings playing Deep Sky Derelicts currently. I'll be playing Klaxon tonight, and he's a drone jockey driver. I think that's about all we need to know about Klaxon.
I'm Imagine Matrix, also known as Morgan, and tonight I will be playing Clarity the Hacker, and this is the only place I hang out during the week, so...
Hello, I think I'm next. I'm Savvy at Savvy Seaworth on Twitter. When this channel's live, I'm on it. Otherwise, you can find me on Friday afternoons before this on Encounter Roleplay, playing Apocalypse World with GB, and on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, playing in a little campaign called Lessons in Deep Magic. We're using the new Kobold Press Deep Magic supplement. That's on twitch.tv/Kobold Press. But tonight I'm here and I am playing Choke, the killer, who is not having a crisis about the situation she's in. But boy, I sure am.
No, Salvi, no. Hello, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid. I'm usually there shit posting and talking about this channel because it's awesome, and I'm on here a couple times. Next time you'll see me on here will be on Sunday for Slaying 101 Monster of the Week at 4 o'clock Eastern, where I play Sally, who likes to punch things. But tonight I am playing Impulse, the reporter, well, decided sociopath who tries to get what she wants by any means necessary.
And rounding out the group once again, I am Sean at the Kraken King on Twitter. I'm the MC for this game, and much like Savannah, I'm in everything on this channel here every day except for Mondays and Wednesdays. And yeah, one cool thing I wanted to mention before we got started. So we've plugged a couple of times, and it's probably coming from the chat. We've got amazing art that we had commissioned for this game, but this week we had awesome fan art that came up on Twitter that we were super excited about. I don't have it queued up to like show it, but Captain Nemo on Twitter at August Christopher made some cool art of our characters and then made like a movie poster sort of thing. It was really awesome. We've retweeted it a bunch of places. Definitely go check it out because it was real cool. Y'all ready to get started? Yeah. All right. So recapping what happened last time on Neon Souls. So your gang of enterprising fixers, criminals, troublemakers in the city of San Angeles have accomplished a few jobs at this point. You had recently completed your Operation Very Good Plan. I forgot what we named what the exact name of it ended up coming
Incredibly Very Good Plan.
Incredibly Very Good Plan. You helped out your friend Scooter by heisting, or well, no, you helped out your friend Scooter, who had been heisted, And by taking out some competition, a fella by the name of Ricky Steele, you had killed off a bunch of their goons in an attack at a party you had been at, had been able to maintain a distance from it. They hadn't suspected you for what happened, and you offered to help them and their new with their new employment shortage by coming over to their hideout and talking to them about some sort of job they wanted you to do for them. As the negotiations went on and you realized less and less that you wanted to or more and more that you wanted to work with them, less and less, you decided to take this by force. You attacked Ricky Steele, and you attacked a couple of their remaining employees, stole everything that they owned, locked them all in a safe, and then reported them to Catechism. Or no, Ares Aegis. Was it Ares Aegis or Catechism? Which one did you guys report them to?
Ares Aegis.
Ares Aegis, right.
Because of the suit that they had.
The suit that they had, yeah. A fate probably worse than death. We will see if that comes back at any point. However, you stole the stuff back, returned it to your friend Scooter, gave you an awesome discount, gave you all your cool stuff, and you were left with some employment openings. You had scoured the net and found a couple of jobs, but one specifically stood out to you, as Choke was propositioned for a title card fight in the new mech fighting scene here in San Angeles. A scene that Choke had not previously competed on, but showed promise. Your promoter, your agent, what's his name? Lance. Nope. I've got Gemma Bolton. I have a list of NPCs, and there are too many of them at this point. Gemma Bolton, your fight manager, got you this gig and told you that you would need to secure. They would provide you the frame for your mech. You'd have to outfit it yourself, figure out how you're going to get around the neural interfacing, and engage and win the fight. You spent a couple of days getting the gear together, calling in some favors from Scooter, doing a little bit of snooping on your competition, who is named, or only by Titanium, their fight alias. You learned they are sort of a mystery, and as you were finishing your preparations, Choke, you got another phone call, this time from some higher up within IDIS, who told you that you would throw the fight in the third round with 2 minutes left, and if you did, you'd get a good payout because of that. And that is where we left off. So, with all of that being said, what are you guys doing? Is there any other preparations that the rest of you, before we get Savannah back, any preparations that the rest of you are currently working on?
I did want to do my beginning of mission.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah. So, I get to find my thing here. Nose for a story.
Okay.
So at serve a mission, I will roll Edge. All right, Edge. Help me out. Seven.
Okay, what do you get on a 7?
On a 7, I gain 1 hold.
Okay.
So I can use that hold to do a variety of things. But I'm going to hold on to it for right now and decide what I want to do with it. So I hold 1.
Okay. So you've got that, doing your snooping around for some sort of scoop. One thing that I want to do before we get too far into it is last time we didn't do our history stuff on stream because we were running a bit late, but we did have Choke, I believe, your history with Clarity rolled over. So what happens when we get to that? So Choke gets some XP. Your history resets down to 1, and you get to do a little scene on like how you see your relationship having progressed at this point. So how do you guys see that happening?
I had an idea.
Okay.
I guess there's probably a point, because this has happened a couple of times now, where Klaxon and Impulse are off doing something, and Clarity and Choke are just like, we don't have anything to do. So I want to say that because Choke is a little more familiar with like older tech and stuff, she thinks this might be a thing that Clarity might like. She's really bored. So I think somewhere in the city there is this old like retro arcade that still has a bunch of like old video games and stuff like that. And she just like pops into Clarity's closet or wherever she is. It's like, do you want to go do something?
Sure. Is it dangerous or is it not dangerous?
It's not dangerous.
Okay, sure.
Cool. I find this place Diantine I think you might like.
Is it another bar? Because the last one was like cool and stuff, and I had a good time. But I'm not really in the mood for drinking right now.
No. Well, I think it's got a bar in it.
Oh, okay.
But-
Well, that's different from it being a bar. Okay, let's go. Surprise me.
Okay. Let me take her down there to this like old like retro place.
Chuck,
Do you
do
even-
you like video games?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, which one do you? We can play. We can play a fighting game together. We can play. Oh, there's the game version of Rock'em Sock'em Love'em we can play. I don't know if that would be super interesting to you since it's more about the dating part and not so much about the fighting part. There is fighting in it, but it's not quite as interesting as I think other games. But I don't know. Do you even like that show?
Yeah, I love that show.
Okay.
I'm not averse. Why does everyone think I'm averse to dating?
I don't think you're averse to dating. I just don't know if you like the like fake reality TV show kind of dating.
I mean, who doesn't? If you say you don't, you're lying.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, they have pinball machines from what I can hear, so I think I'm gonna play some pinball if you want to play pinball.
Sure.
Okay.
We played pinball for a while.
Okay. Is that where you want to have the scene end, the wholesome game of pinball?
I think she tries to get Clarity to play a fighting game with her. Because that's
Okay.
what she's good at.
Clarity will play a fighting game with her.
I don't know if I don't want to roll for it. Who do you think wins?
I think
Clarity.
it's pretty close every single round they go.
Probably. You're pretty good.
Yeah, I practice a lot. I don't have a lot to do sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying that I need more work. That's the opposite of what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I sometimes have free time and sometimes use that free time to play games.
We could probably like hook up a system in that main room. There's room for a TV on that wall.
Oh, that would be cool. Where would we get the TV?
The same place we get all our stolen guns, probably.
Probably. Yeah, we could get a lot of different games. We could do fighting games. I can get pinball. We can get, I don't know. They have those virtual reality things, but I'm not super great at them, which is weird because there's a whole virtual reality thing in the Matrix, but it's fine.
Do you like those dancing games?
Oh, yeah, those are fun. I'm not good at them at all, but those are really fun.
Yeah, I like the more active ones.
That makes sense.
Maybe we could find one.
Yeah, we can make Impulse and Klaxon play too, and I'm sure that they'll be really funny to watch.
Yeah, probably.
I'm thinking Impulse might be kind of good at them, though.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Dances a lot.
Dancing game be mind or meat?
Depends on your approach.
Cool or style. Duh.
Could be literally any of them.
Edge dancing would be interesting. Dances
So
edgily.
what's really, really important and must be cleared up is when you're playing pinball, are either of you a one leg stander, the other leg tilted like a flamingo, and you swing that leg?
Clarity totally is.
That tracks. Yeah, they just hang out for a while.
Okay. And that is the history scene for the two of you as your relationship has progressed. So, getting back to the issue at hand, what else are you guys? So, Choke, you've been given this offer. You know what's going on. You know the dilemma that you are now faced with. Do you want to? Do you tell everyone, or do you keep it to yourself?
Yeah, I think she's in the mindset of I have to do it this way. Like, this kind of sucks, but I have to do it. So I might as well turn it to my advantage as much as I possibly can. So I'll gather everyone together once again and tell them once again we have a problem. Last time I did this, we tried to fake Klaxon's death.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not like alive again, am I?
No.
You don't have one for Claire or anything, right?
No, it's about the fight.
Is it me? Oh, the
No.
fight. Oh, never mind.
Jesus. Paranoid. I got a call. I have to throw the fight.
Says who?
Says I does.
Oh. Like, is this straight from the big mouse himself?
Might as well be. Throw the fight. In the third round, 2 minutes left. Get paid. Now, I can't bet, and I can't tell you all how to bet.
But we could get really lucky.
So, you didn't hear it from me.
Hear what from you? Does anyone know a good bookie?
I mean, we should be able to, like, e-bet that.
Not gonna get the best odds there. You want a personal bookie. Trust me on this.
I do.
You trust me, or you have a bookie?
No, I trust you. I don't have a bookie.
Well, that was your first mistake. Well, we'll figure something out. So, yeah, no problem. Just plan B. Right? You sounded like really stressed out about that.
It's just not really my gig.
Oh.
It's if you can avoid it, it's not great to purposefully add a loss to the record. But mech fighting's also not my arena, so it's not so bad.
But if you can also be guaranteed to do what needs to be done, you're more likely to get more gigs, right?
Yeah, which would help. I said before, I'm getting a bit old.
I mean, you look fit to me.
For clarification, Choke's not old. She's like maybe 25.
Old for the fighting game.
For the
Yeah.
for the game.
Like a ballerina.
Basically
25,
ancient.
Tiring.
I'm basically ancient. Should have retired last year.
I have never seen you not kick an ass that you set out to kick, so I guess I don't really understand.
Well, but wait, since you're setting out to not kick ass, doesn't that technically mean that you are winning? Because it's your goal. So you're, and he almost says, you know, mission accomplished kind of thing, but knows that Choke's not a soldier, and it's like, so you're actually a winner because you're making the goal, you're getting what you want, right?
Well, I'm getting a decent paycheck and I'm getting Oide's not coming after me and taking my arm back, so
Helpful.
there you go.
And the more cozy that you got with, you know, your higher ups, you know, that's always good.
Yeah. Anyway.
So you can destroy them from the inside.
Sure.
It's like the entire point, right?
Claxton starts to shake his head and then just doesn't say anything, like, no, the object is to run and never have them find you, in his head.
No, the object is to do what they say, so they keep paying you.
Well, then you're
sure.
the one in power. What?
It's just weird. It's a weird situation to be in. But I don't know. Job's a job. And I kind of miss being on TV.
We will make you look amazing. I mean, do you have like a signature look? Like, you know, in the ring? Is this like
It's kind of like looks down.
Like, stop.
Well, you know, I think that's like really great for, you know, the bouts that you've done before, but I feel like just like the Mac is going to really, you know, like you're not going to be as visible. So I think we might need to, you know, amplify that a little bit for the crowds, you know,
Or
like, you know what I mean?
Or I'm not going to be as visible so it doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
You do know that they put me on TV before I ever knew you, right?
Branding is everything. If you're breaking into a new market, this is imperative. She's very serious about this. She's like visibly upset.
What exactly do you want to do
Okay.
to me?
So, for one, we kind of offered some branding opportunities to Scoots.
Sure. I thought that was going to be a mech thing.
Oh, no, not for you. I'm not going to like put his logo on your forehead or anything. But no, that's for the exterior. But for the exterior, we definitely want to, you know, kind of coordinate or at least, you know, make it mesh well with whatever you're going to be doing inside the mech.
Was I not clear? It's this. I'm going to be doing this.
You can do that, just amplified. Remember? In the pit, you. In the mech, you amplified.
It's like looking at Clarity and Klaxon like, what is she talking about?
Klaxon is trying to like. He tried to wave Impulse off, and she didn't even see him. So he's just like giving up. Like, oh yeah, look, ceiling tiles.
We'll talk.
Clarity's just like, I think black goes with everything, so just make everything black.
It's been done.
It's just usually what I do. Okay.
It's been done because it's good, right? Though.
We don't want good. We want amazing.
Why do I need to look different to be amazing?
Yeah, I think Choke looks fine.
Thank you.
You're not hearing me. Of course you look amazing.
I'm
You look
hearing
hot.
you.
You look fucking fantastic. I'm saying covered up by a big mech suit. No one's going to see that. All they're going to see is the tech. We
Well,
want them
do
to
you want
see
me-
the tech and you.
What do you want me to do? Wear a mech suit that's a crop top?
Can we do that?
No! It's a robot!
Oh. I'll think of something. And she just like runs off to her room to start, figuring something out.
Okay.
So what does this suit look like? Because obviously, obviously the you needed Clarity and or Klaxon to doll this suit up. So
I don't know. I don't know what she wants from me.
Basically, just some color coordination, some serious branding, as tightly fitting as possible around her frame. That's for, defensive purposes as well. And she's going to insist that whatever is going on here still makes your face visible, even if it means like they have to project it on the outside.
Like LCD screen face
Of
mask
her face,
that
yes.
shows her face.
Yes.
Sure, that sounds practical. Yeah,
Or, just make it see-through so you can see her face.
both terrible ideas, but I'm down for either one.
let's put hollow projectors on the outside, shall we?
That works. No, yeah, it's like a hall. Yeah, no, I like it. So it's like two projectors, and it puts like a fully like topographical like rendering of Choke's face on the front of the mask. It's very creepy.
And then for the suit itself, can we go all like Metropolis? The old not Superman Metropolis, like the old silent film Metropolis, where it's all like chrome and wild angles and juddy death. And,
I just, everything you do have such big shoulders.
It's the style.
Amazing. I think we talked about it
Does
last
it
time.
have like a gun? Can I like?
No. That would defeat
Just
the purpose.
anything?
No, it's just
No,
punching.
I feel like it would just make it a lot easier.
Yep. Called cheating.
Like we've never cheated.
That's a good question. I mean, you guys could cheat if you want to figure out a way you could do that.
we
but...
went through this last time, and we were not going to cheat. We were trying to, other than souping her up so that she doesn't have to have the interface.
Yeah, which you've done. So Choke can operate without the interface. You're still gonna have a -1 on your roll, but you are gonna be able to use this mech suit and not be left with one arm.
That's
So.
okay.
The rest of it, I think we've worked out, like armor and stuff like that. I'm not the way this is all gonna kind of come out. I think the most simple way to, when the fight actually begins, to like give a peek behind the curtain, is we're just gonna resolve this with one roll. So whatever setup you guys can do to help, to be prepared to give her assistance when the time comes. So Choke, you're going to be rolling with your synth -1.
That's gonna give me a -1. Total.
How can we help with this? We have a lot of gear to spend, right?
Yes, you do have gear. So I would say you can use gear to outfit the device to if you can come up with some way to kind of assist to give her a +1 on the roll. You guys can do like different assist rolls, things like that. You guys can spend gear to do things to
I have
outfit her
2
better.
gear. Because Choke's definitely not going to get the interface just for a fight she's going to throw. So
Yeah.
you're
I
less
also
inclined to go that route.
I have 2 as well.
Mm-hmm. So you can't get
I
her
think we had
roll.
7 gear total.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember you guys had a lot. So I would say you could spend gear 1 for 1 to basically give her a +1 to the roll. So you guys could spend 4 gear to get her up to
+7.
You guys, I would say we're gonna limit it to a +3, but you could get her up to a +3 by spending 4 gear if you want.
Sounds good.
I'll
Yeah,
spend
that's
mine.
Okay, we'll do it that way because, like I said, I've been debating over the last week of how to keep this like simple because I want it to turn into a lot of like nitty gritty stuff. Especially if you're gonna end up throwing the fight anyway. It is important that you do well because if you don't do well in the roll, then the fight might end earlier than you intended it to.
Yeah.
If you do well enough on the roll, I'm going to give you the option. You'll have the option whether you want to win or lose. You get to determine when you lose, though. But you do spend.
Made my choice.
I will say some of this gear that you're spending and stuff is to make her look stylish. The holographic display, the pointy mech fighting suit shoulders.
Could we say that the holographic display also assists by like making her a little blurry? Like it's a full holograph, so it's like it's her entire body.
So it just looks like a giant choke just standing there in the ring.
Yes.
Sure. I'm
That's
down.
scary.
That is actually terrifying. So
Chokezilla. I'm
as
I'm
far
all
as-
about it.
as far as how the suit looks underneath that, it doesn't matter.
No.
Or
It's
do you
just
still
joke.
put in the work to make the suit look good and then you do the hologram? So it's just like
No,
layers on
then
layers.
it's just choke. So we're gonna have to do a full outfit of choke. Like it's still choke, but again,
you
an
can
even sleeker
render
choke.
you can render the hologram to be wearing whatever you want. Doesn't have to be what Choke's actually
No,
wearing.
we'll give her, what she actually is.
My
but,
thing.
But it'll be, it'll be like airbrushed choke. You know what I
So-
mean? Like just choke, but amplified. That's
So,
what she meant. Choke, but
like-
amplified.
Photoshopped.
Is there a way? Is there a way like, obviously different people will have their different entrances, right? Like World Wrestling Federation, and can we have like that short kind of catwalk thing where Choke comes in, and then steps into the suit, and then once the suit powers up, then it goes and it becomes Choke on the outside.
I like it.
All right, I put the Metropolis robot in the group chat. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's more like I would which we'll get to as soon as I start doing my read in for this. It's more like title weight, like boxing, like heavyweight boxing, than like wrestling, but still walk on themes, lights, shows, that sort of stuff is gonna come into play. So I like that. Cool.
No, I just do Shinsuke Nakamura's exact entrance.
All right. I was thinking either that or go with Real Steel, and then you do the shadow boxing thing, and Clarity's up there doing her boxing routine, like dance boxing.
That's good too.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you guys we can say as much of that happens as you guys want. No budget. It's IDIS is paying for it. Anything else you guys want to do before the actual fight?
Find a bookie. We need to bet some cred.
Yeah, so what I am doing here is Choke received the offer for 4 times payout instead of 3 times payout. If you guys are betting on her, then everybody's getting the 4 times payout on the cred that you guys have already dropped here. So I think everybody bet 2 or contributed to. We're flavoring that as the betting, so you guys are getting the same benefits as her for the payout on this if you choose to do that. So
Yes.
All
If it
right.
goes well, you should get 8, right?
Yeah. You guys will receive 8.
That's a lot.
And then maybe we can lay low for one.
Maybe. All right. So, with that being said, the week dwells on. You guys eventually reach Friday night, fight night, and you all come up to the chasm. There are just droves of people outside of the bar at this point trying to file in. Just huge line at the door. Yes, Impulse.
Did Lance get me tickets?
Yes, Lance did get you tickets. So I would say you have the option of most of you could come in as Choke's entourage and just be ringside. Impulse, you would have like one of like the box seats up on like probably one like the lower level box seats like on the ring. I kind of described it last time. The chasm has this like I'm trying to remember if you've seen Altered Carbon, the fight scene they do in the zero gravity fighting with all like the stuff, like that's what I'm envisioning is kind of what it looks like, except it's a boxing ring at the bottom, and you have two big holographic projections of the fighters that are like 5 stories tall, that are rendered in the center, so like people that are on the higher levels can see the fight, which is taking place at the bottom of the chasm.
I ask this because he said he was going to try to get me an interview too.
With Titanium. So let's do that. We'll do that before, because that would be make the most sense for the purposes of this mission here. You all come up out. You all arrive in the van in your tank, probably looking a little nicer, maybe spiffier, maybe just a plain black or something, not showing up in Swampy Sam's truck. And you've been given some badges and are pulled around the side to like get the crowd's part in front of you. Some of the security officers pull them away. You come around like the back loading area. There is a big like bus there that along the side this metallic font just says Titanium, showing their big like tour bus. You guys arrive in a slightly more subdued fashion. You are escorted inside by by security and taken to the locker rooms to prepare. Your mech suit is also unloaded for you, and you can begin maintenance and last like preparations on that. Impulse, you have a press badge and tickets, so you can go wherever you want, but you have been given a short you're told by security you have been allowed for a short 5-minute interview with Titanium and their representative prior to the match. So as everybody else is getting ready in the locker room, you are escorted over to Titanium's locker room. The big security guard goes and knocks on the door a couple times. There's a muffled response from inside, and they lead you in. You can see the big black and chrome-plated mech suit just looming in the center of this room. These sort of turquoise green display lights, almost like eyes on the head of the suit, already lit up, and the suit sort of like moving slightly, indicating that the fighter is already inside. However, their representative, who you've seen do most of the interviews for Titanium at this point, a woman with short, kind of a bob, blonde hair, wearing a very stylish black suit, has big shoulders, that is apparently in style. Yes. Just the height of fashion, turns around. She's got a data pad, which looks like she's running like calibrations and diagnostics on the suit. She kind of flips that off and sets it on a table to her side. Says, "Yes, can we help?" Oh, the reporter. Yes.
I'm Marilyn Marks with the Marksman. I just had a few questions for your illustrious competitor here.
Well, we're told we'd keep this interview short, as we do have a match to prepare for.
5 minutes, believe me, honey. I can do a lot in 5 minutes.
All right. Should we have a seat?
Whatever you prefer. Can they sit? in that?
They'll stay standing. And the suit, Titanium, just nods.
Well, I feel so silly doing this. It doesn't feel appropriate to not address you. I want to be respectful. What made you come into this brand new fighting art of the mech suit?
She, the attendant, the representative, who's sitting at the table next to you, just kind of looks up, and Titanium kind of shifts for a second. There's a moment of pause, and says, from the suit in this very echoed voice, "I am the best. There is nothing else I would do. I was born for this."
A true, passionate calling. Wow, that's good stuff. There's really not a lot known about your pursuits other than when you arrived in St. Angeles, but you must have had extensive training before this. What was that like? What sort of escapades did you get up to before you arrived in our great city?
There's another kind of pause, and just says, "I fight. That is how I prepare."
Right.
And her, the representative, she kind of leans in. She says, "This is why I handle most of the interviews myself. Titanium doesn't do much talking. We have some world-class trainers who have handled most of their conditioning at this point in world-class facilities throughout the country. So we have information on our website. You can find that there fairly easily. Most of our trainers are very well known, work with some of the top athletes in the sport."
Right. What have you done particularly to prepare yourself for facing a rather well-known and very well-documented winner like Choke out there?
The representative says, "Well, we've, of course, had 25 matches before this, and
Again,
Titanium
not
has
to
been
be rude at all, but
undefeated."
my plan is to interview them. I really would like to hear their own words.
She sits back, and there's a pause, and Titanium says, once again, this deep, sort of mechanical voice, "I do not know this Choke, but they will fall like the rest."
And you know this because?
"Because I have never lost, and I never will."
You're very sure of yourself. You find yourself implacable? Unbeatable?
The attendant, you see the suit kind of just stands there stoically, and there's a long pause, and the representative says, "I think that might be enough for today."
Well, at the very least, if you don't mind, if I could get a photo of the two of you together, and maybe the spelling of your name as well, I'd really appreciate it.
"Fine." And she stands, she says, "Darcy, D-A-R-C-I."
And a last name?
Now I have to come up with a last name for this character. Thanks.
Oh, I just thought she was being evasive. No, it's all good.
She gives you a last name. I only make first names for my characters.
D'Arden, yes, no.
Yeah. Last name also Darcy. Darcy.
Darcy with an I, the last name was Darcy with a Y.
With a
So
Y,
Darcy,
yeah.
D. Darcy. Got it.
My parents were terrible.
My parents were horrible human beings. Wonderful. And yes, just, it'd be really impressive. Just, you in the foreground and then just them there in the background. I think it'll be a really great image, if you don't mind.
She sighs, but acquiesces, and she stands in front, not directly in front though, just kind of like a little off to the side, not like wanting to totally follow your framing of this.
So I'll put her as much as I can, but I'm excessively taking photos, and I'm going to scan them over as quickly as possible just to give us a little bit of an edge. A little bit of an edge. Also,
Okay.
I have an intel. Trying to see how I could spin this. This. Am I getting any indication that, and could I've ever had any experience with this in the past, that I was not talking to an actual person? That this was just some sort of like AI situation?
Yeah. So you can do this, and so you can reveal knowledge, and just say that, Impulse, you have some experience. Here's what I'll give you the knowledge that you have, and you'll take you'll spend the intel, you'll get +1 forward to exploit this information. The mannerisms of the way they were speaking, everything, you are fairly confident based on what was said in that conversation and the nature of that you kind of got across from them. They were not AI.
Okay.
But you were speaking to an actual person. And based on what you can tell and everything involved here and stuff, that probably a person inside that suit.
Alrighty. Pictures. So many pictures. Just so many pictures.
Okay.
Well, thank you again so much for your time, and do you say good luck, break a leg? I don't even know anymore.
That's fine. Thank you. You can go.
Thank you so much. Oh yeah, it'll be out tomorrow, after the fight. Ta-ta! She'll head out. And
Shuts the door
immediately
behind
start sending, shut the door, start sending photos.
Okay. You guys get photos of titanium.
Up close things, like any little insights we can get.
Okay. I'd say, well, you guys have the +1 forward that you can spend to exploit that.
Giving it to choke.
Okay. That works. Anything else before the fight starts?
I'm gonna sit up in the booth and I'm gonna do some footage, because just in case shit goes completely sideways, I have a move that can get us out of danger.
All right.
But I will ask that Klaxon and Clarity, as part of the crew, stay within my sight of it. So I'll send them the setup that I've got, because I need them to stay in the eye line of the recording equipment that I have going on. That's it.
All right. Anything else from the rest of you?
I think if anybody's in the locker room with Choke, she thinks she's doing everything she would normally do, but she's it's completely silent. She doesn't talk. She doesn't really acknowledge anyone else. She just zones in.
Now, do you have a fight manager or anyone who is there giving you the Rocky pep talk?
She has a manager, because Gemma's her manager. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
that
not
she
that
actually
kinda-
comes to the fights though. I think she's more of an agent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's
My
okay.
Zoom just crashed for some reason.
Oh no. GB, just set your camera reset your camera real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
Oh, it did again. Yeah, you just do yours again, GB. I just need you at the bottom of the call. We good. Yes, Gemma's your manager. Not that kind of manager though.
More like an agent.
More like an agent. Yeah.
So no, it's just her.
So then would Klaxon's tending the mech itself. Is Clarity there then giving her the pep talk? In the
I would
locker
love to
room?
hear a Clarity pep talk.
That's what I was like.
Yeah. Clarity would probably want to be there.
Awesome.
Do you want to break off a piece of how Clarity peps Choke up for the fight, or am I putting you on the spot?
So, Choke, this is a crazy fight with a giant robot against another giant robot. And I don't think you should die in a giant robot. I don't think that'd make you happy. So don't die.
She just like doesn't look at her, but just like kind of turns slightly from wherever she is, just kind of like pats her on the shoulder. Thanks, Claire.
You're welcome. I think you'd be much happier dying in a different kind of fight, but I think you'd be much happier actually not dying at all.
You know, I think you're right.
But you fight good, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem. That's it. That's all. I'm gonna go see what Impulse is doing.
Okay.
All right, with that awesome pep talk, you Clarity go off to find Impulse, who is in the box seats that Impulse has, and you guys can hang out in there. Was there something you wanted to talk to Impulse about, or are you just going to hang out with her during the fight?
Just going to hang out with her.
Oh, is Lance up here, or is he down like doing stuff?
Oh, Lance. Yeah, Lance is doing stuff.
Okay.
They're actually calling the fight. I do need a personality to do the fight, and so.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's do Kirk Storm again.
No.
Just as a reminder, my name is Mary Lee. Okay, if anyone talks to me, or
Mary
talk about
Lee?
Mary Lee Marks.
Just like that?
Sure, sounds a little mocking, but you know that makes sense. Okay.
Oh, Mary Lee. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So yeah, X-nay on the Impulse A. Okay.
All right. So, as the time draws near, Choke, you are escorted to the end of this tunnel. There's this big set of almost like blast doors in front of you. You're used to that you fight here with your normal underground fights, and there's like a set of light, this red light above the door here. You know, flash green when it is time for you, and the doors will slide open when it's time for you to enter. And you all hear the kind of crowd goes quiet as the announcer, your friend Lance Kensington, comes over the intercom, addressing the audience, but also the broadcast as a whole. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mech Fight Nights, brought to you by IDIS, coming at you live from the Chasm in San Angeles. It is my privilege to introduce the contestants in tonight's bout. In the red corner, and as he says this, the doors slide open, Choke, and there's a bit of like fog that enters and a bit of a light show, and you come striding out in your mech, and the holographic display begins to flare on. Mech and fighter standing at 7 feet 5 inches and weighing in at 965 pounds, making her debut mech fight appearance, the mean queen of the underground fighting scene, Choke. And the audience begins to cheer, and the lights flash, and your music comes on. I don't know what song Choke picks. Probably something, I was imagining a little more rock and roll.
Sure. I was gonna make the Shinsuke Nakamura joke again.
No. No. You go to try to lean off the ropes and they just like break. And
No, I don't do that. It's some real grungy metal.
All right. And as you enter the ring and go into your corner, the announcer continues, in the blue corner, Meccan fighter standing at 8 foot 10 inches tall and weighing in at 988 pounds. The enigmatic Mechanation, the undefeated Titanium. And the doors open, the fog rolls out. There's this just like deep bassy like electronica music, and you see Titanium coming out, striding through the fog, just no kind of standing around or showboating, just straight into the ring, and then goes to stoically stand in the opposite corner. The ref enters the ring and kind of goes to inspect both of the machines. There's like a last little inspection and calibration, and they come on, they looking at you, Choke, and you're looking through your monitor in the inside this mech suit, and they ask you, ready?
Yeah.
They give a pat on the suit, head over to the other one, do their check in, and you just see a slow nod from Titanium as they ask the same question. The two of you are told to sort of come out and sort of stationed in the center of the ring for a moment. The referee begins to give the rundown, and then as they finish their rules, which I didn't come up with for this one fight, they say, all right, fighters, touch gloves, return to your ring, you return to your corners. You put up yours. Titanium puts up it just like kind of mechanically, and just poosh, kind of hit their glove like almost twice the size of yours, and heading back to, and I say gloves, it's just big robot fists. Their fists twice the size of yours.
Choke is super not used to not being the biggest one.
Yeah, they're very big. You enter your corner, getting ready for the bell, and you hear at the last, as there's sort of the countdown, the big fanfare, and the music stops, and you hear Lance over the intercom, let's get ready to rumble! And then ding, 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 the match begins. Choke moving in. Do you want to break me off a little piece of Choke's fighting style a little bit, or?
Yeah, Choke is, I think in the lead up to a fight is like I said, like very stoic, and for the first like round or so, for the first round, maybe two, if she definitely has the upper hand, she is like very sort of classic reserved, like very trained sort of style, and then after the second round just goes fucking nuts and starts fighting like a wild animal.
Okay, perfect. So I think
she comes from the pits.
Let's go ahead. That's why I said you're the mean queen of the underground fighting scene. You go ahead and we're going to roll. It's gonna be mix it up, but using synth instead of meat, which numbers. You have a +4 in right now, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. This is gonna be a whole lot of lead up if I just lose.
Want to break me off that number?
That's a 15.
That is a 15.
I rolled a 5 and a 6.
All right. So
I wish you guys could probably hear my heartbeat through the damn microphone right now.
I just scared my husband and my cats. I'm sorry.
So nervous.
All right, on a 7+, you achieve your objective. So the fight begins in the first round, the two of you going head to head, the Titanium clearly having the size advantage, and you guys trade some light blows. I mean, they come in a very methodical style, you know, a very sort of calculated series of you know, mostly relying on jabs, keeping their distance, really like analyzing your fighting style. In the second round, the fight takes a little more of they take a little more of aggressive posture. They seem to have read your style pretty well at this point. However, you also sort of counter, understanding about where they're at, throwing in a few mix-ups of your own, going a little more unorthodox, switching it up a little bit, and they don't seem to respond well to that. And in fact, you make it to the third round, having dealt a significant amount of damage to Titanium, and you see, because your harm is ridiculous and you've got a crazy amount of it at this point, and that sort of translates to your fighting here. You've dealt a lot of damage to Titanium, and you've taken a couple of hits because you know you're supposed to throw the fight, but it's mostly surface damage, and you haven't really taken much like critical damage. Your systems are all okay. Titanium, on the other hand, you can see some sort of exposed joints. Some of the plates have been bent in, and you get off one good, like at the start of the third round, one good right hook straight to the midsection that causes a good portion of the paneling to sort of like crumple in, and you can see Titanium is sort of their trainers on the other side, who's a lot of like technicians at terminals, trying to work things out and trying to like recalibrate certain systems to make up for the damage. Right now it looks like you have on the ropes, and all of you that are still like in the arena can see like a lot of the betting and stuff that's going on right now. I mean, it's heavily going towards Choke at this point, any sort of last minute bets that are being put in. So Choke, you see the time counting down. You're in the moment. Everything's sort of slowing down. You see the timer clicking down. It's about 3 minutes left in the fight. What are you doing?
Oh man. I want to use that last minute, I think, to really lean in to like the thing she's known for doing, which is getting impatient and kind of throwing caution out the window a little bit, so it will look, it makes more sense that she would start like very quickly taking more hits. I rolled really good, so I'm gonna ask you if you let me do this. I want to go down at as close to 2 minutes as I can get, almost exactly 2 minutes. I want to throw one last like wild punch at the chin of his mech and see if I can smash the helmet off.
Okay. I'll allow it because you rolled a 15. So here's, but you do take a dive at that point, right?
Yeah, I think I just like bite my tongue and just like, I think in her head she's like trying to her best in the moment to like calculate what the best option is, and just like, if we throw the fight now, how much money are we gonna make on the rematch? And just throws one last like wild uppercut and then lets him just like sock her right in the face.
Okay. Yeah, so here's what happens. You go and Choke goes in throwing a lot of like wild sort of haymakers, like not really like lowering a lot of defense. You take a couple more hits. You maybe let one more substantial shot hit you to the shoulder. You feel like the crunch. You don't take much damage. You roll well enough that you don't take any damage from this, which I guess pros and cons. You don't get the XP for it, but yeah, you let them get one good hit in, sort of backing up toward falling into the ropes as they sort of stagger back too, and then you close the distance, almost running forward for one like big uppercut, really telegraphing that punch. And
I leave my other side just like completely open.
Yeah.
On purpose.
They come in for like a cross at the same time towards your jaw, and both connect at the exact same time. You feel the shot hit, you feel it connect, you know that you could stay up through this, but you purposely let your legs buckle. You collapse to the ground, and Choke goes down like a ton of bricks onto this like heavy cement ring, and as she does, at the same time there is a crash and a snap, and you I think there's a scream from the audience as a big panel of metal goes flying off, and then like lands in the crowd, doesn't hurt anybody, like lands in a row between two sets of chairs, and everybody just sort of like scatters back away from that. At the same time, Titanium scatters backwards as she is not only knocked off the front part of this sort of rectangular face mask, but actually kind of caught a huge panel of the chest plate as well, as all that is ripped off, and Titanium goes staggering backwards. The ref immediately comes in as Choke hits the ground and goes to sort of begin the count. However, the audience is almost entirely focused on Titanium right now, as the cameras begin to flash and everybody sees the fighter for the first time. And what you see is a person inside the mech, but they are almost fully integrated with the machine. Sort of Darth Vader, they are only sort of some internal organs, mostly cybernetically replaced, like a torso and a head that also has some cybernetic sort of plating and neural interfacing as well, completely organically sort of infused with the machine itself. And as it hits and they stagger backwards, they have a respirator on as well, which has managed to stay intact. And you can see sort of wild eyes looking back, one cybernetic, one organic eye looking around, as immediately some of the trainers come up to the side of the ring. They begin to head in, but some of the other ones hold their hands out, so there's no disqualification. They need a clean count here, and they begin to count down to 10. It's the longest 10 seconds of your life, Choke, but you stay down for all of them, and by 9, 10, there's ding ding ding, and the crowd just erupts into cheers. The trainers immediately come up and start attending to Titanium, who took a big hit there at the very end, and you have lost the fight.
But I feel like I won. Is the thing.
Impulse will immediately tell Clarity, Claire, order as much as you want. It's on Lance, but I have to go do something real quick. Also, yay, money. I'll be right back.
Okay, do you think they have noodles? And she's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, just ask the lady over there. Okay, I'll be right back. Stay here, though. Don't go. Okay.
Okay.
In here. Just in here. Okay.
Okay.
I want to run down. I want to find Darcy D. Darcy. And I'm going to monster the shit out of her.
Okay. What do you do? You find her. She's out the side. She is. Mostly the technicians are in the ring attending and trying to like fix the mech suit. Also, they've kind of put a big tarp over it to hide a lot of the damage. As the ref is trying to get some sort of like declare the winner, and they're trying to, but they're not really letting them at this point. The fight's over. They're just trying to get out of here as fast as they can. As pictures and flashes are going off from every angle, there's like little camera drones from the paparazzi that are just like swarming around here like bees.
I already have my perfect shot.
Footage of it too.
Yeah, I already have the perfect shot from up in the box. Woot!
Yeah. Impulse, you come running up to Darcy D. Darcy, who is standing there, has her data pad out, kind of furiously going through her hair. Is a bit of a mess. She's lost her suit jacket at this point, and looks like she's sweating a bit.
Darcy, just an exclusive here. Now that it's been revealed.
Not right now.
Excuse me, ma'am, the public deserves to know. So now that it has been revealed that your company has been using human test subjects in order to facilitate these fights, what do you have to say about this? And I'd like to monster her, please.
Okay, what does monster do? It feels pretty monstrous, whatever it is.
It scares everybody. I'll tell you whatever you want.
Well, that's the idea. When you corner someone and hound them with questions to get to the bottom of a story, roll edge.
Okay.
Plus 10 plus, they tell you the truth regardless of the consequences. 7 to 9, they tell you enough to get you off their back, and then when they're safe, they choose a response. But I'd also like to go ahead and use my hold from earlier, so I get a +1 to the monstering roll.
Okay.
All right, so roll my edge with a +1.
Roll those bones.
Rolling bones. That's a 12.
12. Okay, so they just tell you the truth.
They tell
that's
you
good.
the truth regardless of the consequences.
So you kind of like push her up against the edge here, and she's like stuck between you and seeing what's going on, and she's got the data pad. She's telling you to go away, and you kind of push up. The public deserves to know, and you give her the last bit about the test subject. She wheels around now. She says, "What did you just say?"
You heard me.
You have no idea what's going on here. Just if you're gonna publish that sort of bullshit, you'll have a lot. We'll sue you so fast.
Well, maybe give me an exclusive, and then maybe you can keep your job.
I don't have time for this. This man.
You have plenty of time for this. Tell me everything. Honey, I have box seats. I got the best coverage of this of anybody here. And I'm about to go live with it. So unless you want to tell me a different story, that's what I'm running with.
Fine.
And every single person that witnessed it here live right now will believe every goddamn word I say.
Fine. This man is a hero and does not deserve that sort of slander being thrown on his still undefeated record at this point. He doesn't have a name. Nobody knows who he is or how he got here. Ares Aegis. This man fought for Ares Aegis for who knows how long. They've kept him in a medical facility after he was blown up somewhere, God knows where across the world. Basically labeled him human debris, wanted nothing to do with him. Omnitrust comes in, offers him this opportunity. He takes it. Has no memory of who he was or what he was doing before then. But he signed up for this. So we haven't done any testing on him. Everything he's doing is of his own decision. So whatever you publish, whatever blowback this should go back on, shouldn't be on Omnitrust, and it shouldn't be on Titanium.
It
You want to blame
on
anyone?
Ares Aegis.
Blame Ares Aegis.
Can I get
Sure.
a quote for that? That's Darcy with an I, right?
Fine. Quote me on that. See if I care. I've got work to do.
You heard it first, folks. Ares Aegis. Shame on you.
And you're why everyone hates reporters. And she wheels around and she turns back and goes back to work on Titanium or check in on him.
We'll be right back.
Claire, do you get your noodles? They're not the instant kind. These are just like fancy. It's like you get it's like the noodles on the plate, and they're like and you get like a little cup of broth next to them. Everything's like it's way over the top. How they serve these all to you.
Since they're just on a plate,
Deconstructed.
she's just with her hands taking noodles off of the plate, dipping them in the broth, and eating them with her hands.
Perfect.
Just being a feral gremlin.
I love it. Choke. They attend to you. I mean, you can get yourself back up at this point. Like, you stay down for a little bit to make it look believable. The refs check on you. You stand up, but you can make your way out through your own devices.
Yeah, I act super casual.
Okay. It's chaos.
I wave
around
at my
Titanium right
fans though. because
Okay.
I love them.
You do. You've got a small like cluster of fans throughout. It's just like, we love you, Choke, and you'll get them next time.
That's nice.
And yeah, you.
Yeah, she doesn't even like acknowledge what's happened.
We'll cut to you guys reconvening, unless there's anything you want to do in the at the arena at the chasm. You guys can head back to the van, and we can cut to you guys heading back from the fight. Was there something you want?
We don't have to act it out, but she did promise Lance the secondary story after she went with it exclusive. So she'll go talk to him and give him the lowdown and then interview him for it as well, since he was also there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you get you give him your side. He gives you a little bit of inside scoop and any like theories and how this sort of corroborates any sort of weird mutterings that have been going on in the sports world. And yeah, you guys both kind of collaborate on that. So yeah, back in the van, you've got the machine, your mech suit loaded up in the back, and you guys are heading.
Do we get paid?
Yeah. So we can do the sort of conclusion of this mission if there's no more role play. I mean, you guys all hear what happened. You guys understand Impulse. I assume you tell everyone.
With relish.
Okay. I forgot to give you guys. So you should get 2 more XP because you got an XP for the for when you decide to do the fight. I skipped that one, and then you get an XP for winning the fight. You haven't gotten paid yet because we have to do the roll for that. But we will do that in a second. Actually, we can go ahead and get that done because you guys.
And then I get the XP for my directive.
Yes.
Sweet.
But let's go ahead and do the getting paid. You guys didn't do any, like, you guys didn't fail on any legwork rolls. You guys didn't advance the clock at all. So you guys, somebody can go ahead and roll +5 for the legwork clock, for the getting paid part. Just stupid.
Who wants to do it?
Guess I'll do it.
Do it. It's your thing. You do it.
Let's do this. Just click on my synth because it's 0. I don't think I can fail.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No, the minimum was a 7 that I could have rolled,
Yeah.
but I rolled a 13.
Okay, you get to choose 3 from below, which is deciding from it's not a setup or an ambush. You are paid in full. The meeting doesn't attract attention from outside parties. The employer is identifiable. You learned something from the mission. Everyone marks experience.
Okay, paid in full.
Okay.
We got to get all of that. It's so much money.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love for it to not be an ambush. Let me tell you.
Okay, not a setup or an ambush.
One more. I'm kind of looking at the outside parties one because you did just like go on live TV and say
I
Aries
didn't.
ages shame on you.
Lee did.
Well,
Maybe that's a
That's
good
you.
idea. That just might be a good idea. I'm just throwing that out there.
Either that or you can give everyone XP.
Well,
Yeah.
Aren't we planning on laying low for a while anyway? So that would take away from a clock if we start one too, right?
It's true.
that's true. How much do we have to? It's 5 or half to lay low.
Mm-hmm. You guys are all
man.
about to get 8.
So we would net 3.
Assuming you don't have more than 10 after you get your 8.
I'm gonna have more than 10.
I'm not more in tone.
So you'll
I'm
take
gonna have more
it'll
than
be
10.
if you have more than 10, then it's if you have 12,
Then it's
you'll,
half,
then you'll
right?
lose 6. Yeah. It's a tough
just
move to decide to use.
It's just so expensive.
and it needs to
Yeah.
be, so you guys have reason not to do it.
Yeah.
You don't do it unless it's absolutely necessary.
Oh.
Keep them hungry.
I'm gonna say doesn't attract the attention of outside parties.
Okay. So you
Sorry,
don't get to
I can't.
identify your employer. You know it's IDIS. You
No.
don't, but you don't know exactly who it was.
That's okay.
And you didn't learn anything. You guys never learn anything from your missions. It's
No,
terrible.
It's why we keep doing the same plan.
I'm
over and over.
ashamed. I'm ashamed of you. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So
You should be. I took a loss for money.
I think with that setup, then it's. I don't think they even contact you. They just send you the money. Because
I have so much money.
yeah.
14 crap.
I have 13.
Oh my god.
I have 18 cred.
Holy shit.
Oh, I forgot.
So-
You just eat noodles. You don't even buy anything. That's
We're buying
amazing.
a TV and an Xbox and a PlayStation.
Yeah, because if you
Yes.
spent the cred right, if you laid low right now, then Clarity would lose more than she gained from.
Oh
this
no, we
mission.
go on a spending spree and then we lay low.
Yeah.
I will probably say you guys can either shop or lay low. Those two things do not work in unison. You can't just like I go to spend all my cred but 5 and then I lay low.
We could do one more and then lay low, right?
Yeah.
This is the exact conversation we had last
it's gonna be every
It's
time
so much money.
until I can get you guys.
You could
Oh
buy
my
See
God.
what
so
I
many
can
things.
buy.
Yeah, lots of things you could buy, which we can go over because I think we're gonna take our break in a second because you guys have 2 more missions that you have 2 missions that I've given you. You also have some police investigation floating out there in the distance if you guys wanted to follow up on that. So you got lots of things you could do, and then you've got a lot of money to spend. So what we'll do is we'll go and take our break. We'll come back. You guys can tell me if there's anything you want to buy. Look at the list. There's lots. I mean, there's so much stuff you guys could get that would help you guys out on future missions. And some of it's pretty expensive, but you guys have a ton of credit at this point. So we'll do that. If you guys buy anything, then you can't lay low because you spent your time buying it. You got to move on to the next job, or else you become irrelevant and nobody cares about you anymore. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. We thank you for the bits, Welsh Troll. We
Hey.
greatly appreciate them. But yeah, we will see you all in a little bit, and stick with us. See you soon. Welcome back, Internet. Thanks for helping, hanging out with us, helping us. You helped us by
Thanks for
supporting
your help.
us and hanging out with us on our break.
They actually did, because most of the gear we spent on that fight was from chat.
Yes, that helped out a lot. Also, before I forget, your gear resets to 0 because the mission is over. So any gear you had is gone now, as well as intel.
Spend it all on the suit.
Yeah. You do keep your cred, and we can get to any shopping y'all want to do. So what do you guys want to do? You've got some time. You've got a couple jobs. What do you want to do before you start getting ready and accept your next mission?
Go shopping.
Okay. What would you like to buy?
I'm looking right now. There's so much.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's you get more weapons if anyone needs a new weapon for something. You can get some new tech if anyone wants some new cyberware. You could do that and go under the knife to have that implanted. There's also some other equipment that you could pick up from on the other equipment page. I think it's page like 133 or something in the book. Vehicles. If anyone wants a car, I don't know. You guys got so much cred. You could buy so much stuff right now.
I'm still thinking about that motorcycle that I almost got.
I think Clarity's like 1 away from retiring at this point. Yeah, I think it's 20 cred to retire your character if you want to. So
I thought you were joking.
no, I'm not. It's 20 cred to
You could
retire your
retire.
character. You do have to hit 5. You have to get 5 advancements first before you could do that. But if you held on to your cred,
That's really funny.
Here's a thought. Cybercoms.
Ooh.
An internal headwear communication suite which allows silent, thought-activated communication.
Ooh.
That could be super handy. Do we have
Wouldn't
to
have to
the
talk
knife
to each
for
other.
it?
Probably. It's on the cyberware list.
it is on the cyber. Yeah, you would have to go under the knife for it then.
Let's see. I'm trying to think ahead to I don't know what kind of missions we're gonna go on, so might as well just buy a bunch of random stuff.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, the 2 missions you have right now, just to recap, Clarity, you have a mission that you've been clued into from Oracle. And I don't think you have any other details except for that. Just that Oracle is looking for some help on something. And what was the other one? I don't remember who got it. I want to say it was either I want to say it was like Claxon or somebody for a train heist job. I don't remember who got it, but one of you found out.
I think it
about
was Claxon.
It sounds right. We'll say it was Claxon. So, yeah. Where was the cyberware page?
In the book, it is. Yeah, it's right above gear. It's 118 of the PDF.
Okay.
Page 118 of the book.
I see it. Yeah.
125 of the PDF. There's a whole list.
Yeah, if anyone wants to replace an arm or a leg or some dermal plating.
Could I
implant weaponry?
Could I fix my arm?
To like fully fix it?
fully fix my arm?
Yeah, you could roll to go under the knife again to try to get it fully fixed.
Because right now it's damaging.
Yes.
Which I don't really want it to be.
Yeah, you could spend cred to go under the knife again to try to fix how it was done.
Oh, gosh.
Spend up to 2 cred to do that.
Well, I'm just worried about rolling bad is the thing.
Yeah.
Can I spend more cred to just fix it? This game is stressful.
It is.
Under assets, doesn't it say that you can spend more cred to get better cyberware?
Because you spend your cred to go under the knife.
Because it does say, like, for example, the highest you can spend is, it says spending 8 cred will get you cutting edge military or extortionately expensive gear from a fixer, cyberdecks, military vehicles, most cyberware.
Yeah. So, the way I understand it is you have to roll for contacts or you have to roll to hit the street to find the cyberware, find someone that'll sell you the cyberware you want. If you spend like 4 cred, you can get really like cheap cyberware, which is probably going to have some sort of negative tag attached to it. 8 cred will get you like the good stuff, which is what most of you have, like, basically at this point. What you start with is like the good cyberware, and then you have to roll to go under the knife, where you can spend up to 2 cred.
Gosh.
And you roll plus the cred spent to see how well the surgery goes.
Okay. So I have to roll no matter what.
You will have to roll no matter what,
Oh, jeez.
because it's a game.
But
I
but
have to
here's
make
the
you roll
thing.
for some things.
I don't wanna.
I want to just give you guys things, but
But I don't wanna.
But I don't wanna.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, jeez.
So with-
beans.
with choke, you don't have to roll to get the cyberware because you have it. You're just rolling to have it installed properly. So
What will happen to me if there have been ... complications? Do I know?
it won't get any better.
Aw.
It'll probably get worse.
Aw.
You could potentially have someone assist you too, and to get a plus
I'm
1 on that roll.
Considering just leaving it until it gets really bad. And just like buying a motorcycle instead.
Yeah. Your other option is to go to a corporation and have them do it, and they
No,
might
no.
own you again.
Not again.
Well, you're already owned by IDIS, right?
Yeah. I guess I
And you
could
did what
ask.
they
them.
asked. That's
ask
like
Dad.
one benefit of being owned.
It's not. There's no benefits to being owned. You're just. They
What
will
if
not
I
do-
tell them that my arm got fucked up because of their robot?
Most likely, based on your, I'll let you roll for it if you want to try to talk to them and do a scene there. Most likely, they're just gonna tell you
Tough
fix it
noogie.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah, suck it up.
Yeah,
That's
we
fine.
already
I'm
gave
probably
it to
just
you.
gonna buy another gun.
people are disposable. Yeah, you could do that.
I have so many. Do I need another gun?
Welcome to our shopping episode, everyone. We're super
Hello.
excited.
Sorry, this isn't just about me.
Yeah. Is anybody else?
No,
while,
I said our shopping episode.
while Choke is deliberating, does anybody else have anything? Does anybody have anything
Can I
they're
get a
definitely getting?
cannon?
Okay.
No, you know what? I think we should have another vehicle. Because this was what I almost took when I created the character and then didn't instead. Can I buy a bike?
Yeah. You
I want a
can do that.
motorcycle.
What page is stuff on, guys?
In the book, gear is on page 129 of the book.
Or 136 of the PDF.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so you want to buy a vehicle.
Yes.
Okay, well, what kind of vehicle are you looking for?
A motorcycle.
Okay.
Trying to get to the list. Here we go.
You choose
The
a frame for it.
Design. Motorcycle. Design. Ooh.
So what I'm
Military?
going to have you do is you get to decide. You get to go through that list before
Yeah,
you because you can do that in your own time. We're going to have you roll to see if you can find a motorcycle to buy.
How all this money?
So the it's a hit the street roll.
Uh-oh.
What I'm gonna say, so we don't have to do this like because this is what we did last time, and I just want to do it this way again. You're all shopping for stuff. We're gonna assume you're all shopping together, and we'll do one hit the street roll with Scooter to see what they can get for you. So who wants to roll style?
It should not be.
I'm guessing Impulse.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be.
So Impulse, you pop across the street to talk to Scooter to see, or give him a phone call to see what they have. Go ahead and roll style for me.
Hi, Scoots.
Yo, hey, what's you need?
Well, you are very lucky for the amount of branding that you got on that national show. I made sure to get a couple really good shots of it for the national coverage.
I
You're
did see
welcome.
that. I did really appreciate that. Actually, I've gotten a few phone calls since then.
Oh,
so
good.
thank you. Sorry that tell Choke I'm sorry for the loss. That was rough.
Oh, no worries. Believe me, the rematch is gonna make so much more money.
Right. Oh, rematch. Yeah, definitely let me know when that's happening.
Oh, we will.
We should get Scooter a ticket to the next one. Sorry.
We should. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh man, I should have had him in the box instead of fucking Lance.
So you did that for me. How can I help? I'll help you whatever you need. I'll give you a +1 on this roll.
Okay. Here we go. $12.
Nice. All right. So on a 12, you're gonna get what you want plus extra. You can choose either intel or gear. Impulse, you get to make that decision since you're the one that made the roll for this upcoming mission. Would you like an intel or would you like a gear?
Did we choose our upcoming mission yet? Are we gonna do the chain heist or are we gonna do the hacking?
That's a good question.
You guys pick. We did mine.
Feel that train heist will be a little more complicated.
Hack job?
Yeah, I guess that's. Yeah, I mean, if we do a hack job, I guess a lot of it's gonna be on me. So let's do it.
Intel then.
Yeah, you don't know the nature of the mission yet, but yeah, it's going to be something regarding Oracle. So, all right, you get an intel, and everybody can get one thing that they want. So, Choke, you want a motorcycle. You get a motorcycle. It's going to be 4 cred.
Is that it?
Yep.
I was expecting way more. Okay.
Nope. That's what it says in the book.
I'm building
4
it.
cred vehicles. Done.
I'm building it.
Easy. So you get a motorcycle. Build it to the specifications in the book, and you can share the highlights afterwards.
Okay.
Who else? Claxon, Clarity, Impulse. What do you guys say? Clarity.
So I have these goggles, right? But I kind of want cooler goggles. that do more. So I'd like to get goggles with the tags, recording, and thermographic.
Okay. Where are the tags thermographic and recording? Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
In the vision enhancing devices?
Yep.
Gotcha. So, thermographic and recording. Alright, cool. So, we're essentially infrared goggles and with a camera attached. Yes, I love it.
Actually, I have the cred, so I'm going to throw magnification in there too.
Okay. Let me see. Something real quick. These models have expensive. Models have more. Cool. So thermographic. Essentially, we're just gonna say 1 cred per tag that you're adding to it. So, we'll say 3 cred for the lot.
Cool.
Okay. Magnify, recording, thermographic goggles. Very nice. And I assume those are built to enhance your cybernetic eyes so that those work together. All right. Clarity gets those. Klaxon.
I think I'm going to, or I would like to, just buy some stuff for my new drone, my Chappie drone, which is like a person, but they have hands and whatnot, so they don't have integrated weapons, so they actually have to carry weapons if they have one. So I might put something together for them for that. And then I was wondering, can I spend 8 credit and buy our property?
Okay. So you want to buy? You're buying the base, so the workshop, so you own it outright.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, most likely it'll get blown up at some point, and I'll lose 8 cred. But I think it sounded awesome.
Sure, I'm totally down for that. There is a. I think you've earned enough money from these missions, and you go to your landlord, whoever that is.
Ethel.
Ethel. Just a sweet old lady, but she is ruthless when it comes to paying rent on time. Has an attack dog and everything. You come up to her building at the end of the block and just slap down a briefcase or like a duffel bag full of credits, which doesn't make any sense. But you give her a ton of money, and she's like, "Oh, it's going to be sorry to see you leave, but sure, we'll get the account squared away right off then. Well, you enjoy your property now, Sonny."
And she's all like, "I'm buying a yacht."
I'm
And now Ethel can retire.
I'm going to Vegas, baby.
Ethel. And I'm bringing the dog. It's going to be great.
All right, cool.
All right, my new favorite. I'm gonna have to add Ethel, the lane. That's your declare
She's gonna be
contact.
the big bad.
Did you declare contact last mission?
He did not.
Claxon?
I didn't. No.
Okay, we're counting that as your declare contact.
Yeah.
Ethel, who owns the block.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that she got. She's still Ethel from the block.
Exactly.
She's gonna bling up now. She's gonna go to Vegas. She's gonna be covered. She's gonna be a fucking rock star.
I love Ethel.
I love Ethel.
I don't know Ethel, but I do love her.
I love her.
Okay. There's always one moment like this during this game where I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing?
We hit about 10 o'clock and we're like, all right. We did everything serious.
Yeah. All right. Impulse is the only one that hasn't bought anything yet.
I would like to buy an internal assassination implant weapon, please.
A what?
It's an internally implanted weapon, and it's an assassination implant. It does 4 harm, intimate, and slow.
Oh, okay, you're buying cyberware. Okay.
Oh, that's a thing I could have gotten at the beginning too. I was like, that sounds familiar.
Okay, so how do you define the internal assassination implant? What like, is this like a poison dispenser? Is this because retractable blades and retractable blades is on there.
Brain knife.
It just
so
goes
we're just
right
going
out of my friend's dad now.
Yeah. She's a unicorn now.
Full like Fatal Attraction. Okay. Or Basic Instinct, which is the one with the ice pick.
Fatal Attraction. Yeah.
Fatal Attraction. Thank you.
No. Basic Instinct is
Basic Instinct.
the ice pick. Yes.
Those are the same movie.
Sorry.
Fatal Instinct, Basic
Fatal
Attraction.
I want Basic Attraction. Just a boring movie.
Starring Ryan Reynolds.
And oh god, from Friends, what's her name? Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Basic.
I was going to say Jessica Alba. Like
in
one
theaters.
Jessica Alba's
for all time. Oh man.
Straight to Amazon Prime.
All right, this is the rest of the game. We're gonna go ahead and do our elevator pitch for.
Well, we can't play.
Basic Attraction.
We cannot have a
Basic
session
Attraction.
of this game without coming up with one TV show pitch.
It's true. Oh my god. I don't know. Do I just go like full
So-
like Poison Ivy from Batman and Robin? Like,
Why not?
I
Well, because
like
the
that.
tags for 4 harm intimate.
They thought she was
slow,
hot before.
implant. So yeah, it's something that is. It would be that's why poison came to mind, because it's something that you have to be intimate. You have to like be like in close proximity with somebody, and something that is you have to have like time with them to do it, and it's something that is difficult to do. So yeah, I think the poison ivy, poison kisses, or whatever it might be.
Added benefit, it like comes through here and it puffs up my cheekbones. It's great.
Perfect.
perfect.
So you won't
2 in
have
1.
to roll to get it. It is going to be 8 to buy, and you are going to have to go into the knife for it.
Okay.
So
so with that, I get to like whatever I spend on it.
Up to 2.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I can
so-
I can do up to 2 on it. Okay.
Yeah. So you spent the 8 for the implant, and then do you want to spend another 2 for the surgery?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
do.
10 total, and you will roll plus 2.
Okay. I'm scared. Okay. So, plus 2. $11. Whew.
You guys are rolling so well.
Holy shit. Whew.
All right, 10 plus. The operation is a complete success. So you just get it. It works exactly as intended.
And
your
then
cheekbones
some.
look great.
These are like razor sharp. Wow.
Literally razor sharp.
Cheekbone razors. Hear me out. Brain knife, cheekbone razors.
I just
And
it-
and
sexy
chat
battle.
says one very long nail.
in
She's
sexy
the perfect
ba-
weapon.
In Sexy Battle Wizards, I was attacked by a robot with cheek razors. Their cheekbones were so
It's very
sharp.
good.
So good.
That is good.
I made my bike. It also has guns. The book said if my bike was a military model, it could have guns.
Oh, you're buying a military model. Okay.
Judge Dredd.
Because military hardware is usually 8 cred?
It literally just said to pick a
Yeah.
model, and that was one of them. I'll spend more on it for bike
Yeah,
with
spend
guns.
4 more and you got guns.
Hell yeah. How much is bullets? It says the sprawl doesn't usually require you to count bullets, but you can get different kinds of ammo.
Yes. So ammunition is assumed, but you can spend cred to buy like armor-piercing rounds, airburst rounds,
I have
explosive
the
rounds.
list.
was
They
gonna
don't
say
have like
that-
prices though.
Yeah, 132.
I'll tell you how much they cost. You just tell me what you want.
Oh, well, for train heist, I was thinking armor piercing just in case.
Okay. All ammo costs 1 cred.
Great. Can I get armor piercing and airburst?
Okay. 2 cred.
Great. Do you want to hear about my good bike?
Now,
I made?
the way we handle that though is you have that. When you use it, they're gone. So
Right.
it's you once
Okay.
whenever you do a mix it up and you use the armor piercing, all your armor piercing ammo is gone.
Okay. Yeah. So armor piercing is armor piercing. Just for posterity, airburst rounds explode in the air near a target. So they add the area and messy tag
Cool.
to my gun. Just put those right in the sniper rifle. Not even worry about it.
Yeah, so you don't airburst. You don't actually have to be able to have like line of sight on the target.
Right.
But they're not explosive rounds. Those are different. Okay.
No, but they do give me area, meaning I could shoot them like into a little group
Gotcha. Cool.
and get more than one. It's also got pretty much everything I have has the messy tag, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah.
So do you want to
Okay.
hear about my bike that I made?
Yeah. Give me the rundown on
You're gonna hate it.
that. Okay. I'm prepared.
So I made I got a military grade motorcycle. The suite that I chose, it's got +2 power, +1 looks, +1 weakness, and 1 armor. It's got the tags fast, responsive, powerful, and loud. And because it's got a 2 power, it gets a gun, and because it's military, it gets another gun. So on one side, it's got a machine gun, and on the other side, it's got a missile launcher.
Nice.
And it's probably the best thing I've ever made.
Okay, Batman.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all I really ever wanted in my
You're Batman. I'm Poison Ivy. Who's everyone else? Come on.
Clarity's Oracle.
Well, yeah, I
I-
think
Of
that's
course.
almost.
What's
I think you're
Klaxon?
It's I'm horrible at DC. There's no. I guess I'm Tony Stark from Marvel. 'cause-
We just let him in sometimes.
Yeah. We'll do
Yeah.
the Marvel crossover. It's cool.
I do like the one Marvel character in the group.
I think we're actually sitting around having this conversation, and he says Tony Stark, and we're all like, "Will you just read a book?" Like,
Yeah, because he doesn't. There is no gadget guy, robot maker in DC. that I can
Batman.
think of.
Oh, the
it's
Batman.
Batman.
You're both Batman. We have
Batman.
2 Batmans. Yes.
That's fine. We can both be Batman.
We could be Bane Bat.
Bane Bat.
Bane Bat.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe you let me have this thing.
You know what? Y'all earned it. So I want to
We
get
did
into
get a
the
lot of
next mission a little bit, since we got about an hour left. So
Man, one more extraneous thing.
yes, I guess if anybody else wants to buy anything, you can. But
Oh no, I just wanted to say you are both Batman. Klaxon is 1960s television show Batman, and Choke is like Batman with Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
yeah.
It's Christian Bale.
Shark
Totally.
spray a thing we can buy in this game?
Oh boy, I bet it is. Shark repellent.
Shark
It's-
repellent.
That's got to be in there somewhere.
I just wanted to buy Chappie a discreet auto-firing quick pistol, basically like from Underworld,
Hmm.
Kate Beckinsale's pistols. They were like,
Auto pistols.
yeah, they were just like massive, like, so they're just something he can like store in his frame, and it's fast, it fires quick, and if he
Yeah.
needs to, it just goes and fires
Infinite
all the
bullets. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. We were watching the Underworld movies the other day, and I was just like, how big is, like, it just keeps going. She just
That
shot
clip holds like 100 bullets.
like 700 rounds to that floor. I don't understand. Anyway,
Yet I love those movies.
I love the
They're
movie so much.
so good, you guys.
They're vampires. So I'm not going to question their bullet usage. All right. You get your stuff, spend your money. So you have this. You guys decide you want to do this Oracle job. Clarity, this is your point of contact, so I guess you'd be taking lead on reaching out to get the job. I mean, somebody else can help if somebody else wants to do the actual rolling for it, because it is an edge roll. But I like to play out the scene a little bit with you talking to them.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
do you invite somebody else to come help you talk to them? Because I don't know what Clarity's edge is.
My edge is 1. Does anyone have impulse?
One.
We're real
Hey,
edgy.
Impulse. I need some advice. Like I have this job from Oracle, and I was gonna ask Phoebus for the details, but he hasn't stopped messaging me for like the past week. And I was gonna ask you how I should respond to him, just because it's a little awkward, and I'm not quite sure what to say, especially since I've been ignoring him this whole time. Like the longer I don't talk to him, the weirder it is. So.
I'm going to give you very, very honest advice.
Okay.
Agree to go on a date with him, get the information that you want, and then you can do whatever you want afterwards. It's what I always do.
So the best way to deal with this is to just do what you would do.
I mean, yeah, it's how I've gotten this far in life.
Well, then why don't you go on a date with him?
Because he doesn't like me. He is like madly in love with you, so it wouldn't work.
Huh. Oh, okay. Guess I'm gonna reach out to Phoebus.
Okay. How do you initiate this conversation?
You're muted. That's what Phoebus does. He's super nervous. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. This thing is frustrating me right now. My mute button's not working. All right. How do you reach out to Phoebus?
Go ahead and just send him a message like, "Hey, Phoebus."
So you're doing this all over like messaging right now. He sends you one back like almost immediately. Just says, "Oh, hey Claire, how's it going?"
It's going good. Going good. I heard that Oracle has a mission for me, and also, that I should go on a date with you.
There's a much longer pause after that message is sent, and responds back almost ignoring the first part of your message. He's like, date? Yeah, date be fine. I mean, do you want to go to dinner sometime? Like, that'd be really cool. I know a couple of places like that we could go to, or, you know, just hang out or whatever, like hang out online. It doesn't really matter whatever you want to do. Yeah, sounds cool.
Great. Yeah, about the Oracle thing, the mission.
Oh right, yeah, the mission. Yeah, so you haven't heard about about the people who died?
People died.
Yeah, like five 5 Oracle members like kicked it in like the last couple weeks.
5? Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean they weren't like here. They're more like you, like out there. It was.
They're like me.
Well, like people who are like feel in the field.
Yeah.
Not people like at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they sent that out to a couple of people. If you're wanting to take it though, I can mark it that you're looking into it.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, 5 people have died that are part of the secret hacker organization I'm part of, and they're doing the same thing I am. We're not being at place and they're out in the field like me. Then, yeah, I think I'll take that one.
Okay. Yeah, let me get you the details on that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll to get the job.
Okay, and that's rolling edge.
That is rolling edge.
Okay, and I have +1, and then I have Impulse to try and help me.
She can try to help you. Yeah.
Hey, Impulse, does this conversation look like it's going well?
Let me see. Oh wow, he really rambled on. Okay, no, that's good. That's good. You like really have him where you want him. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just really headed home.
That is a 7 + 1, so that's an 8.
8. Okay. And help won't set it up to a full success, so it'll just be a partial. On a 7 and 9, you can choose one from the list for get the job. So you can choose to either the employer provides useful information. You either get intel, you can choose to get gear, you can choose the job pays well, which is the one that gives you guys 3 times what you stake versus 2 times what you stake. The meeting doesn't attract attention, and the employer is identifiable. The employer parts don't really have to worry about. You know who your employer is in this case. So what would you guys like to pick there? My assumption is always you guys are going to pick the job pays well, but you never know. You might surprise me.
For this one, I might not, since I
Okay.
only have the 1. I'm kind of going between getting intel and the meeting doesn't attract attention.
I'm cool with either of those. I picked it up in an intel earlier too.
Yeah.
With a good roll, so we've got another one too.
I think I'm gonna go with the meeting doesn't attract attention if hackers are being murdered.
That's
That makes
probably a safe one. Okay. I think that checks out because the way you're conducting this mission, you're conducting this conversation right now, it's all on like encrypted chat rooms that you have with your Oracle contacts, so you don't have to worry about anybody else hearing about this. So here's what Phoebus tells you. It says, so we don't have a lot. You're gonna have to look into it. I can give you some of the names of the people that got got by this. I'm saying that to you right now. Basically, no connections. They weren't looking into the same thing. They were all found with small, well, I don't know how to say it. Their heads kind of exploded. Not like full explode. You know that really old movie, Mission Impossible? Like like their brains sort of exploded.
They're cool. Yeah. Right. So, just in case my brain explodes, I think we should maybe postpone having a date for a little bit until we fix that, because that would be very awkward.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, I don't think my brain would explode, but yeah, I mean, sure. If you want to wait, we can. But I'll,
Yeah.
I'll help however I can. If you want help, I'll look at anything you need me to, and so we can get this done real quick, so we can go on our date. And
yeah, okay,
find out
that's
who.
fine. Like, if you're
murdered.
willing to help, that's great. Yeah. So let's hmm hmm hmm. Yeah, send me the information you have, and then we'll talk about that later and set up the what do they call them? Impulse details?
The deets, the deets.
The deets? Okay. We'll talk about the deets of meeting up later. Can we just do it in VR or something?
Sure, whatever you want. Yeah, that'd be great. I'll send totes. I'll send you the deets. We'll talk later. Catch you on the flip side.
Cool. Flippy flip side. Yep. Goodbye. Yep.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Okay, thanks. Bye.
That was perfect.
I don't think it was, but thank you.
You got everything you wanted. It was perf. It was great.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Why do I need to go on a date with him again?
Again, you offer what he wants. He gives you what you want, and then you can do whatever the hell you want. Place kind of cute. Whatever.
Yeah, he looked fine from what I can remember. Yeah, anyway, so I guess we'll look over the stuff that he sends us, and I guess I'll start trying to figure this out. Do you want to maybe see what you can find out about hackers' brains exploding?
I think I can look into that. I would be very surprised if that's not going around on the interwebs right now.
All right. Before we get in, what if there's anything else?
No,
Clarity?
that was it.
Okay. Before we
Can
get
I interject
into
a small thing?
yes.
Just Clarity and Joke had that conversation about Phoebus's messages, so she's been like not hanging out outside the door, but I think just like walking by. And just like walking by. It's like pretending like she's doing stuff, just like listening.
Beautiful.
Because she did threaten to kill him. Or I would say offer to kill him.
Yeah.
Just
That's
in case.
however you want to frame it. So I'm going to give you guys the details for your mission here. And you all get one experience because you accept the mission.
Woot.
Here we go. I don't know what that sent us 2 messages, but that's all good. All right, so when you accept the mission, mark experience. When you determine who's responsible for the deaths, mark experience. When you capture the person responsible, it should say capture, kill, eliminate. We'll go with that. Mark experience. And when your mission ends, mark 2. Basic stuff. Before we get into the actual legwork phase, with you guys looking into doing your investigating, both the clocks have been reset. How much cred are you guys staking on this? Bear in mind, you are not getting paid well from this mission, so you'll receive 2 times whatever you stake.
What happens if we stake more than 2?
It will advance the relevant clock.
Which clock is that, GM?
I'm saying this very slowly so I can.
There are just so
check.
many of them.
Staking 3 cred on a job raises the stakes, draws attention, and therefore increases the risk of the job. For every player that stakes 3 cred on a job, the legwork or action clock advances. Advance the action clock by 1 first, then the legwork clock continue. So if you stake, let's see, the most you can stake is 3.
Right. So it starts with the action clock and then alternates.
Yes.
If any
So-
of us stake 3.
So it's not like a huge risk. You're not increasing the corporate clocks. It just gives you less time to do the job. Like last time, you guys probably could have all staked 3 cred and been totally fine.
But we didn't know that at the time.
But you don't know that going into it. This is the point of the game where people start taking more
Thinking
risks,
about
and
it.
I love it. Love it. Take risks. Get messy. I'll give you guys a magic school bus.
Cool.
Anyone
May or may
staking more
not.
than 2?
What happens if we fail?
Fail the mission?
Yeah.
You don't get paid. You lose what you staked.
Ew. I spent too much money.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 as well.
Okay.
Once we're victorious after this, knock on wood, then maybe we can.
I only had 3 left. I
We'll
bought
see
a very
who the-
nice. I bought a bike with 2 guns attached to it.
We are all far too risk averse as a group.
God, right?
You know, I only had 3, so
Oh,
all
well,
I have
yeah.
left in my life to everything. I bought the building.
So you're also
did.
staking 2, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You all stake your cred. And we can begin investigating. So how do you guys do this? Phoebus sends you the details on the 5 hackers who have died. You get their personal information, their names, addresses, things like that.
I'll take. Oh, go for it.
I was gonna say I want to try and see if there have been any. I guess I want to just research and see what I can find online about these people and their circumstances.
Okay. Just any kind of what Impulse is doing, like any articles or anything else that might, like, I guess if Impulse is looking at like news articles, was there something specific you wanted to do that might be different than that? You might get different information.
I was gonna say like, I had something in my head and then it completely just left. So
like personal information, like
yeah, like trying to get a little bit deeper than what surface level articles would say about him.
okay. Do you think you are like hacking in order to do this, or do you think you're just going with what you might be able to find, just kind of deep?
I'm gonna see what I
deep
can
searching?
find and then decide if I want to hack.
Okay. Then let's do, since I know Impulse is looking at news articles, see what has been out there, and you're doing that. You can both roll a research, unless Impulse you have something else that you're trying to do. But Clarity, you can go ahead and roll a research.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll it to research.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself either. Go for it, Claire.
That's +2. I got 6, 7, 8.
8. Okay. For research on an 8, you get intel, and I will answer your question. So, what how would you frame your question for this that you would like me to answer?
I guess I'm looking at like probably their social media accounts.
Okay.
And I want to know if there's anything suspicious about their most recent social media posts and presence online that's publicly available.
Yes. Okay, so you get your intel, mark intel. Yeah, you're going through it, and I don't think this takes a lot for you to you're scrolling through their most recent posts, and they're all posting about the same thing pretty regularly. Some of them are like, some food pics and stuff in between, and other random stuff, cat pictures, political rants, things like that. But they all consistently are talking about one thing: a video game that they're all playing. called Cyberscape.
What's it called again?
Cyberscape.
Cyberscape. Huh. Okay. They're all talking about a video game. Interesting. That probably has nothing to do with anything, but sounds important. Let's see. Hey, Impulse. Impulse.
She tried to unmute again.
My unmute won't work. Yes, Claire.
Have you heard about Cyberscape?
Have I heard about Cyberscape? Well, I heard about a really great podcast by the same name, but not like a video game, no.
Hey, Choke.
Oi.
Have you heard of Cyberscape?
Yeah.
Not the podcast.
No, the game.
Cool. Hey, Klaxon.
Yeah.
I just didn't want you to feel left out. Have you heard of Cyberscape?
Not the
No.
podcast.
If I hadn't heard you guys yelling across the place, I would have thought it was some kind of computer building company.
Okay, good to know. Chuck, what do you know about Cyberscape?
Well, it's an MMO. Sort of a fantasy-based thing. Why?
Just curious. So you heard about the exploding hackers, right?
Sure.
So there's these hackers and they're all exploding.
Good.
And yeah, they're all playing this game, or at least talking about playing the game before they exploded. So I'm just trying to get some more information about that. Okay, thanks, Joke.
Glad to help. Just is like halfway across the room. Just turns around and goes back to the weight bench.
Did and I believe you said we had like their names and addresses.
Yes.
All right. And how it's like within the last week, 5 have died, right?
Yeah, last couple weeks.
Okay. Klaxon starts, his train of thought thinking, and is like, what's the chances that they've all been cleaned at this point? And such. So he's gonna start putting together a crime scene cleaning company situation where they can maybe get access to one or more of these apartments by, has your neighbor blown their brains out? Well, Jiffy Jakes can take care of the mess,
Oh
So-
boy.
They're called Jiffy Jakes, and it takes them a literal week to get to a crime scene to clean it up. I love that.
So you want to just want to say, because this is a novel idea that I don't think we've ever done before. You want to pose as the maintenance crew to get into a place that you're not supposed to be. I just want to make sure.
No, it's
this
never been done.
It's so out there. I would never would have expected you guys to do anything like
Thinking
this.
out of the box. I like it.
Fuck me.
I got
all
one
right.
job on this crew, and goddamn it,
No, it
It's the
worked.
best
I'm
one,
gonna
I
do
think,
it,
too.
Okay.
So you're going to check out the crime scene. Of the
can I
most
go?
recent one.
kind of figured that this sounded like a situation for the two of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do
Anybody
it.
else going, or just the two? Clarity.
Clarity
Well, I guess
is
we're all
personally-
going
yeah,
then.
Clarity is personally invested
Yeah.
and doesn't want to leave Choke behind.
You find so you go. You're going to the most recent victim's residence, and It's a person by the name of Tal Fletcher. Who's
It's an inside joke.
it's Savannah's character in the
That's my
game,
character
in
from
the
Summer
podcast.
Escape.
I'm sorry. This is
You
I just
killed
couldn't
me.
resist. You think I'm planning any of this? You find they that within like the last 3 or 4 days. So you can probably gather their apartment is probably the least clean out of all of them, least likely to have been cleaned. You pose as Jiffy Jake's cleanup service.
Basically, we pull the Velcro patches off of the old coveralls and put the Jiffy Jake's brand new, just embroidered labels on, and
Yeah. So you're all in your coveralls and gear and galoshes, and you head over to this. I'd say it's a bit of a drive on the other side of the city, or as other side as you can probably get. It's a very big city, and you come outside a large apartment, and nothing better than what you guys are kind of the same level of living here in the dredge that the rest of you live in, and I don't think. There's not really a lot of talking to get in. The biggest obstacle you get to is the door to the apartment is locked. And as you're looking at it, it is it does have a biometric lock as well.
Claxon looks at everybody like,
Claire, can you hack that? Is that a thing?
Sure, if you have some powder and tape, that might work, but I should probably just hack it. Don't want to set off any alarms.
I mean, I have pressed powder and like tape so my boobs don't fall out. Would that work?
Maybe. I'm gonna try and hack it first.
Okay, no, just you let me know. It's in the purse. It's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll to jack in.
Yes.
Okay, that's +2. That is 13.
God, you guys, these rolls tonight on fire. Yeah, with a 13, you get into the system. It'd be a compromised security would be the roll to actually you're in clean to the building's security system. So it'd be another roll plus mind.
Yeah. And then, let's see. Roll plus mind, which is also +2. That is 8.
Okay. You get 1 hold,
Cool.
which I assume is what you're using to open the door.
And then, because I have programming on the fly, I have 2 hold.
Right. I forgot about your things.
Cool.
Yeah, you've got 2 holds, so you have another hold that you can use at some point for any other security systems that you might encounter in this building. But you get up to the 3rd level, come into their apartment, you find the panel, and you kind of wedge it off the wall while everybody else is kind of running interference, making sure nobody comes down the hallway. Using your deck, you kind of hardwire yourself in. The level of encryption here is pretty standard for what you expect from Oracle hackers. Looks like they probably reprogrammed the security system to kind of beef it up a little bit, but you are good at what you do, and you are able to bypass it, and with a few clicks, you hear the latch on the door unlock, and it is open. You all kind of file into the room, and it's a small studio apartment. There's a little kitchenette, bed. The biggest section, everything else is kind of minimal. The biggest section of the room is a set of 3 desks that are put together near the center. There are 6 monitors on the desk, and a huge computer rig, just every expense, everything nice that might have gone into this apartment has all gone towards the computer system. The body is gone, obviously. at this point. But it doesn't look like the apartment's been cleaned yet. Everything is still kind of haphazard laid around, like somebody was recently living in here. And the desk chair is currently still like in between these three desks, which is kind of been set up in a U shape. But you can see some kind of brownish red stains on the chair and on the floor as well. Not a lot, not like somebody exploded, but like enough blood that might have come out of like somebody's ear or nose or something like that.
Do all hackers like to live in closets?
Yes. I think it's in our job description.
Oh, okay, well, that makes sense.
Well, I want to go straight to the computers and see what I can find.
Okay. It'll be another login roll for you to get into the computer. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna start looking around the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rexy lets go of Spider Ball and
Who does?
oh Rexy, oh my god.
Oh.
Too many games.
Rex is here.
Who
Good
is
catch.
this? Who's the short girl with
Girl.
the choppy hair?
Yeah.
I like her aesthetic. I don't know.
Where'd she come from? But where's the tall, lanky kid? So Klaxon will. I've got Rexy's bike up over on the other monitor. Yeah, Klaxon, like the bucket he was carrying, he just kind of tips it and Spider Ball bounces out and then rolls off like to do a perimeter sweep from like a low angle, like look under the bed and under things. Because again, he can multitask, so he'll walk around with Choke looking at other stuff while the drone's doing a scan low level.
Okay.
Is there a closet?
No. There is a clothing rack with some clothes hanging on it, but no closet. Actually, you find there is a closet. You open it up, and it's just like a mountain of ramen.
Claire, you want?
Yeah, we can pack that up in the van and take it home.
I'll set it by the door.
Just get one gear for ramen.
I'm just saying, the secondary motive here was to steal technology, by the way. In Klaxon's head, he's like,
Those of you that are walking around the room, you can roll to assess, which is edge, or you can assist somebody on their assess roll. Clarity, go and roll to log into the computer.
Okay. Oh, God.
Wow.
That's a 5.
All right. You're in, but I'm going to choose 2. I'm going to choose an alert is triggered.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose ice is activated.
Okay. And then I also need to roll.
Yeah, so I guess the question is, you're in. What are you looking for once you're in there? Or are you rolling for something else?
Is this considered a secure system?
Yes.
Or no? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll roll my mind real quick too. +2. So that's 13.
Wow. Okay.
So that is 3 hold.
Okay, so you have 3 hold that you can spend to do any of the other things you would want to do inside the system. So, all right, you're in. You're able. I'd say, as you get into the computer, using your neural interface, you find that's almost too easy to get into. Like, you're expecting it to be a longer as you run like the password algorithms in your to hack in. It happens a lot faster than you expect. Like, the computer's been set up to as sort of like a soft breach where it allows somebody to hack in, but it uses that to kind of piggyback, and you can tell that the software is currently running, the ice is currently running in the background. Not sure how long you're going to have to get in, and you're currently under pressure to get back out before something bad happens, and you don't know what that might be. Who rolled edge looking around the place? Impulse, choke. Okay. What'd you guys roll?
I rolled an 11.
Woot. I rolled an 8, so I get 1.
Okay. You guys can ask questions from the assess list.
Do you want to ask your one and then I'll pull the rest, or?
Yeah, sure. I was looking at what do I notice despite an effort to conceal it?
Yeah. You kind of search around the room, and what you're finding here is everything's kind of out of place. But they're like out of place, like where like kind of normal lived in, bed's not made, everything's kind of disheveled a little bit. But it is pretty clean in here, despite that. Like, there's no paper on the floor, and actually you go to the trash can, no paper in the trash can either. It looks like somebody took out the trash recently. In fact, as you get the impression that somebody has been in here since then and has probably cleaned something out, or cleaned this place out of something, the trash, the papers, things like that, but they didn't make any effort to clean up the blood or anything else. So what you notice is that somebody else has been in here, despite it seems like their efforts to make it seem like nobody's been in here yet.
Someone did a shitty cleanup job. What do you think, Choke?
What do I think? I'm gonna pull, just in case things go south, what's my best way out? To try to see if there are any other exits from this place.
As you're sitting here kind of looking around, you know, you're on the 3rd floor right now. No, 4th floor, because the city went 3 flights of stairs. You're on the 4th floor right now. Elevator, staircase. Staircase is a bit crowded from people that are living here, kind of hang out in the stairwell. There is a fire escape on the south side of the building. You'd have to go through the apartments across the hall, though.
That's not safe at all.
Nope. Seems like they removed the fire escape on this side of the building to make way for more construction.
Welcome to the sprawl.
That seems illegal.
It's not illegal if you have enough money. Nothing's illegal.
Fuck corporations. What do you guys think? I was gonna do who or what's my biggest threat, to see if we can pull anything else on, like, who was in here fucking around.
And while you're doing this too, if there's anything, if you want clarity, if you have any ideas what you want to spend your hold on to look into on the computer, that might help kind of influence any of this, you guys can do that kind of cooperatively. You're muted.
So, was Clarity talking?
Yeah, I saw
was
Morgan's
muted.
mouth
okay.
moving.
Oh,
I would like to look at like the computer's history and like what like programs they recently ran.
Okay. Yeah, actually that might help here. So we'll say spend a hold. You're able to bypass. I'd say you kind of go through the files on the computer, and you go into the like internet search history. Not a lot there. You actually have to like dig into some, like, it looks like they erased it, so you have to find some of the data files that are still retained by the computer, just like some of the cookies and things like that that the computers keep, that hadn't been cleared. And you do find a couple of things. A lot of like Reddit forums and stuff for this game that they were playing. A lot of it related to that. You do find, kind of going back a little bit further, a purchase history. One of them for the digital copy of the game Cyberscape. The other for and you also find like the install software, some of the update software that they ran for this as well, for a new VR system that they were using for this, called the Low Impact Ultra Clarity Implant Driver, referred to as Lucid.
Okay. Hey guys, have you found like a VR headset anywhere?
Have we?
Trying to try to find one.
Check under the ramen.
No. You don't find a sign. Actually, yeah, you don't find any sign of it here. Where you're looking around, you don't see like a box that it came in. You don't see any like shipping labels. You don't see any other wrappers or anything. Everything in here is nothing related to that.
Once Impulse had said that, you know, she had kind of figured that someone had already been here cleaning, Klaxon just stops walking, and he just kind of is staring into space because he can only multitask. I've been saying two things at once. So he has Rosie pop out of the tank and go to the dumpsters, and he's gonna search through the dumpsters with Rosie whilst still rolling around the lower level of the apartment, looking in the cracks and corners with spider ball.
Okay. So it goes like down to the basement floor. I'd say like, yeah, there are garbage chutes that go down to like the basement level where some of the parking is for this building. And there's some like 5 or 6 big old dumpsters there. All of them are empty. Trash pickup was not recent.
Can I spend my hold from the building security system to pull up the security cameras on the computer?
Yes. So you pull up the building security, and you kind of go back through the last couple days since you know that Tal died. You find as you go through it, because all the security data, this is kept on a hard drive in the building somewhere, probably like the admin's office on like the first floor. You go back to about 5 days ago, and you begin kind of cycling through it very quickly as everyone else is kind of looking around the apartment, and you reach like the time that they died. You don't have footage inside the room. I'd say at some point you find Tal, we'll say a couple like that day, coming into the apartment. Like, so you're coming up the stairs, like walking up, holding has a couple of bags in hand, kind of moving quickly, seems excited, coming up the stairs, coming up to the room, read the biometric reading, head inside. Time passes. Then there's a gap in the video, about 3 hours, just missing. And then you get the police showing up. You get the body being taken out.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything?
So I have a couple of questions. Based on that, can I pull who is in control here? And try to find like something. Hey, people leave tracks and traces.
Mm-hmm. Control here. So I assume you guys are all like communicating this stuff to each other, what you're seeing, what you're finding. Klaxon, no garbage downstairs, nothing in the waste baskets up here. Everything's kind of too clean, footage missing. You're getting like this like prickling in the back of your neck, like something is off here. For all of this to have happened, for somebody to hack into the building security, to reroute the trash pickup, to get here to clean everything up before the police arrived, I mean, that's either a very high level hit, like professional assassin level, and or some sort of very expensive cover up. So the way you kind of gather as far as who is in control based on the information you have, somebody either very rich or very good at their job.
Probably both.
Or whoever's really rich hired, you know, an us.
Huh.
I want to know some more shit about whatever that, not the game. Sorry, I'll keep thinking of it as a podcast, but the game, and then whatever they were using it on. What did you say it was? Like the Lucy or something?
Lucid?
Yeah. Where is that? It's not here.
Not here. I'm gonna try one more thing. And can I spend a hold to see any recent communication? Like their past like emails and messages and DMs and stuff.
Sure. You get into their recent communications. You both pull up like that encrypted Oracle chat engine that y'all use, and the and some of their like online like social media conversations. Most of their social media stuff online is pretty mundane. You see them talking to their D&D group about getting a game together. You see them doing a lot of like trolling forums for like discussions on how to like upgrading their rig, things like that. In the Oracle chat, you get some more interesting stuff. Jobs they were running, bits of information. It seems like they mostly focused on like kind of more like investigative stuff. They received a lot of jobs from like divorcees looking for dirt on their spouses and kind of like private investigator sort of things. But they do have like a separate chat with a couple of friends. It's like, hey, you guys want to play later? Yeah, what time? I think I'll be on after this. Just kind of finish up a few things. Yeah, cool. Like organizing, meeting up in this game. The people that they were talking to aren't the same people who had. It actually includes some of the same people who had died. Not all of them, because you know that some of the people had died before this. But as you're going through it, you do see a couple of messages that don't stack up, because a couple of messages that they do receive are from people that you know were dead by this point.
So it's not normal to get messages from dead people, right?
Not typically.
Okay,
Yeah.
just double checking. I'm not always sure.
Who are the dead people they were talking to?
Some of the other people whose brains exploded. But the timestamps don't match up because some of these people were dead before this conversation happened.
What are they saying to our dead person?
That they're gonna meet up in the game later and stuff.
Are there any other people listed, like people that aren't dead yet?
I think a couple. We should probably tell them not to play the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll send them. Can I use my last hold to log in under like an anonymous thing
Yes.
into the chat?
Before you send them anything, can I ask my last question?
Yes.
How are they most vulnerable to me?
The people that okay, yeah, so how are they framing as the people that did this cover up or whoever?
Whoever Clarity's about to go talk to. They're friends.
Oh, her friends that they talk. Okay, so who are you talking about? They, the people, the victims, or the people that might be causing this?
The people that are still alive. If she's gonna go on and try to talk to them.
Gotcha. How are they vulnerable to you?
What's the best angle? That's what Impulse would say.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best way is like they're still alive and they're in a lot of danger. You know, if you can leverage whatever is going on right now, like the information you have, the suspicions you have that there might be something bigger at play, the risk of their life, you can probably use that to leverage some information out of them, if they know anything about these other deaths.
And also, don't forget to ask them if they've seen the guys who are already dead who've been leaving messages. I think I said that right.
So, Cyberscape, bad. Lucid, bad. You're gonna die. Also.
Okay.
Unless you tell us everything, you know.
And
Claire,
have you
because-
seen the dead guys?
Yeah.
Well, like all leaning over her shoulders as she's doing this. But say this,
This is
but do
like-
that, but do this.
Clarity rolled a fast talk. You get a
Roll
plus
to
one
fast talk.
because of Choke's using her hold for that.
Okay.
Choke, if you're okay with me letting her use your plus one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
That is an 11.
Rolls, guys. Damn. Okay. Yeah, you get on with a one of the remaining members of this group. Their hacker alias is Blue. And you you sort of message them privately. What do you say?
The following hackers have been found dead in the past couple of weeks, and I list the names. We're afraid you might be next. What do you know about this game? And can you make sure that you don't play it?
You get like a very quick message back. What? Who's this? Why are you saying this?
I'm
Wait, they're
trying
dead?
to help. Yes, they're dead. I'm trying to help and make sure that you're not next.
Shit. Okay. Fine. Thanks. Logging off now.
Okay.
I think they just immediately log off. You know enough about them. Like, I think it doesn't. I think it doesn't strike you as odd. You know who this person is. I think you know enough. Like, especially Phoebus could probably give you more personal information. But the second you message them about like the danger and stuff, you know their first priority is going to be to shut down and wipe everything.
Yeah.
So that's what you know they're doing right now. If you get to them fast enough, you might be able to get to them before they get off the grid. But as soon as that happens and that the message ends, Choke, Impulse, everybody's kind of standing around the computer. I'm gonna say with the three of you, Choke, Impulse, Klaxon, standing on the other sides, you see Clarity kind of sit back, look of frustration, and then you see a red dot form trailing up her shoulder, her neck,
Knock her to the ground.
and steadily up to her head as the three of you dive to try to help her. And you hear the
Get down,
sound
Mr. President.
of breaking glass. And that's where we're going to end our session here for tonight.
Oh, sweet girl, no! No! You can't hurt her, no!
I can and I will. No, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
In danger.
You are in danger. You rolled very bad on your hack roll, and there was ice involved, and that might have sent out an alert to somebody. So, yeah, there may have been an alert triggered due to the ice.
Maybe.
So yeah.
No one knows.
Maybe. And soon no one will know, because...
No!
I'm just kidding. It'll take a lot more than that to kill any of you guys. You're badasses. So yeah, that's where we're gonna end our session here for tonight. It's gonna be a great place to pick up. Last week, yeah, I think we mentioned during the game. I didn't want to like bring us out too much from the moment, but Cyberscape is the name of a podcast that we do using a combination of the Sprawl and Dungeon Worlds, kind of like a VR fantasy game sort of thing that we do. We did a podcast, or we've done a podcast for a while. We're currently on hiatus from it. But hopefully we'll get back and finish it up someday. You can check that out all on iTunes. There's like 20 something episodes of it. So yeah, because I don't want to forget to do this on stream. I know we're a little bit over time, but let's go ahead and do our history stuff for this session. Let me take our intense music off. Do something a little peppier. So we're going to go through the list, or if anybody wants to raise their hand and say you pick somebody who you feel closer to, who knows you better from the session. Impulse, go.
I think Clarity knows kind of what Impulse is about. You know, box seats and getting what you want. Yeah.
That's fair.
She saw a good side of that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So Clarity takes a +1 with Impulse. Who else? Choke.
I'm gonna say Klaxon. I think everybody was a part of the like preparation for the fight, but when it came down to like who was sort of in the trenches with her for the longest during the fight, I think Klaxon was there pretty much the whole time in the locker rooms, and then like ringside, and then after that, so he's like seen the whole spread at this point and kind of knows like beginning to end like how she does things.
Yeah, just the fan base and stuff being hit with the, oh yeah, people know her and she's famous.
Yeah.
Cool.
He was there for the whole thing, down by the ring. So
Okay.
Sweet.
So Klaxon takes +1. Klaxon Clarity.
I think that Impulse knows Clarity a little bit better after both being in the box seats together and then watching her communicate with Phoebus in her very awkward way.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
You got him like this. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, so Impulse take +1 with Clarity. And then Klaxon, who knows you better?
Wow, that's for today. Klaxon was pretty support character today, I think. Is there an option for? He was just kind of background noise today.
You can just pick one person, just give them the +1.
Okay, all right. Let's go with Clarity.
Okay. Just to wait for your guys' relationships to continue to progress. I mean,
We worked on the robot together.
Yeah, we worked on that together. You know, and there's stuff that happens that we don't get a chance to like bring up, and you know, if at the end of the session you're like, I don't feel like anyone specifically stands out, and you just pick someone, we just assume that something happened and they get to know you a little bit better. And then when you guys did anybody hit +4 again? No. Is that hovering around like +2s?
Got 2 at 3.
You got 2 at 3.
2, 2, 1.
Mine's 2, 1, and 1 since I just had one rollover. So
Okay.
we spent so much time together. I mean, something happened.
Cool. Does anyone have any questions or anything before we finish up?
How could you do this to Clarity?
Because I can.
Well, the
You guys
thing
aren't
is,
in enough
She'll be
danger.
fine.
he's lucky that, you see, we don't live with them. But he's got a Savvy there all week being like,
That's my best friend now.
"How do you-"
In case you forgot that great scene we did at the beginning,
Mhm.
where we went to the arcade and talked about pinball.
Well,
right.
you have
Stood
an
awkwardly next to each other.
Oh, we're
pretty
gonna
best.
start next session with all of y'all having an opportunity to save her life.
Bet.
So,
I took a bullet for it last time. I'll do it again.
that'll be good. So we'll start off with a little bit of action next time. See how that goes. Continue this investigation, whatever might happen. Get a little bit of mystery. But yeah, thank you everyone out there in the chat for hanging out with us during this game. Thank you again, Welsh Troll, for giving us some more bits. That's awesome. Really appreciate your support. Saw a couple of other people coming around the chat. Really do appreciate you guys hanging out and talking to us. Lots of good stuff. Woohoo indeed, Philadelphia by night. So
And our good art friend Captain Nemo.
yeah, I did see Captain.
Hi.
What's
Yeah,
up?
if you're still here, thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for the lovely
The bits.
art.
Your amazing
And the
art.
bits, and yeah, it's super cool. I love when we don't get it a lot, but when fan art gets made of our characters, especially in games that I run, I can see all my lovely players rendered in different artistic styles. It always warms my heart. I love it so much. But yeah, we'll be back here again, same time, same place next week at 8 o'clock Eastern Time every Friday. And we'll see where things go. I don't think I have anything else. Anybody else have anything they want to promote, plug before we call it?
Elegant
No.
Sufferings next Thursday. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, Elegant Suffering next Thursday, which is the game that Sid runs here on the channel. I have a couple of games off of this channel. Some of you that were here in chat, I hope you're still here. I saw you. I know you're here. We're on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay with me and GB. Earlier today, we play, he plays, I run Apocalypse World every Friday for the next 5 weeks or so. We're coming up on our halfway point for that game. It's called Diesel Punks, and it's just a really weird Apocalypse World game, but it's weird because I'm running it. So 3 o'clock Eastern Time on Fridays, twitch.tv/encounter roleplay. I'm there. And then Monday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Time for the next few months, I'm on twitch.tv/Cobalt Press, playing everybody's favorite hippie cleric who's in love with the moon named Phoebe. And we're using their new D&D 5e supplement called Deep Magics. It's great. There's tons of new spells and subclasses and stuff. So yeah, coming out with us Monday night on Cobalt Press, and check those out.
Very cool. Next stream after this will be tomorrow. That'll be Saturday night's Apocalypse. I run that. It's at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, D&D 5th edition. And it is wild. If you enjoy this and my style, you'll definitely like it. That's probably even wilder than this has been, in some ways. In some ways not. It can't get more wild than this. You guys are nuts. But yeah, follow us on Discord, follow us on Twitter, follow us here if you've been hanging out for 3 hours and you haven't joined us yet. Just click that button. We'll very much appreciate it. But we've gone over enough at this point, so I will let us all go, and we will see everyone here next week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.